I'm Staff Sergeant Allie Rose. The New START treaty between the U.S. and Russia took effect on Saturday with the signing ceremony in Munich, Germany. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Russia's foreign minister signed and exchanged the final START documents at the International Security Conference. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Admiral Mike Mullen, says the mental health component of total force fitness is improving among the services.
We're better than we have been, and in some ways significantly better, that we have been able to build resilience in ways that a couple of years ago we didn't understand an awful lot about, while at the same time this is focused on the men and women in theater when asked the question about what are we doing systematically in that regard for our families. We certainly haven't been conducting that kind of survey and analysis, and we don't know.
But Admiral Mullen says that's the next step, and he wants to make sure that total force fitness includes everyone, including military families. And General Duncan McNabb says one way the DoD can save money is to use commercial transportation instead of the military. The U.S. transportation commanders cited a recent example of how it worked in Afghanistan.
We were in the middle of the surge, and I went, well, we can do 500, but once we go over 500, now you're competing with the movement of the unit, the units into Afghanistan to meet the timeline. All makes sense. So we said we're going to have to come up with some surface options. And one of the things that we'd already worked on was an intermodal operation through the Gulf, where we would take it by surface to the Gulf and then the C-17 just for that last leg into Bastion or Kandahar or Bagram.
General McNabb says the effort saved $110 to $116 million on transportation costs. And that's your news update. For more military news, head online to PentagonChannel.mil.
Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube have become a part of many service members' day-to-day routines. Petty Officer Matthew Cole reports on how military installations are using social media to their advantage.
In this day and age, when instant information is not only convenient, it's expected, the people in charge of keeping you up to date have their work cut out for them.
People are using social media for immediate answers, for immediate feedback. So if we're not constantly updating it, we're not constantly monitoring it, it seems to defeat the purpose. We get more information out to more people. I think people want that instant feedback, and that's the way we found that we connect best with our fans.
I look on it every now and then, check out what's going on around base. It's just easy to communicate with stateside friends, people over here.
Social media is not only being used for recreational purposes on bases, but as a tool to keep service members informed about changes in policies that affect them directly.
We update Facebook, Twitter, and even videos on YouTube in almost real time. You don't have to wait to get information. You can get it when you're at home, when you're at work, and even on your cell phone. It's always accessible to you. And it's really the go-to place to get the latest up-to-date information about the command. And that's really the great value for us of social media.
Petty Officer Matthew Cole, Yokosuka Naval Base, Japan.
And coming up ahead on Around the Services, we'll show you scenes from Super Bowl parties and military installations around the globe. But first, we head downrange where coalition forces are helping Afghans learn about the bumpy road ahead.